Hello and welcome to Pock and Rob. This video is the next in my series ranking the tracks of Iron Maiden's studio albums. It's 1983's Peace of Mind. This is the fourth album in a row that has seen a lineup change, and this time it is a replacement drummer. So it's goodbye to Clive and hello to Nicko McBrain. There are 9 tracks on the album. I'm going to dive straight in with track number 9 on my list, and that is, as it is for pretty much anybody who ranks Iron Maiden stuff, Quest for Fire. A 6/8 jig of a song that just makes you wonder what was Steve Harris thinking. It is right in the middle of side 2. This bouncy jig in a time when dinosaurs ruled the earth. And it won't be the last time they've done 6/8, but it might be the worst time that they've done 6/8. Quest for Fire, it poops itself down with a 2 out of 10 as my 9th track from the record. At number 8, I have placed the album closer, To Tame a Land. I've just never got this song. Ever. I don't like June. It could have been called June, but apparently Frank Herbert said, I don't like heavy metal bands, and I certainly don't like heavy metal bands like Iron Maiden. You may not have permission to name your song June. So it's called To Tame a Land. And it's the longest song on the record, and it blooming feels it. It's a proper misstep, and I've given it a 3 out of 10. At number 7 on my list, with 4 out of 10, Still Life. This is another of the songs. I've referred to this in several other videos before, where I've known the album, I've known the songs for 30 years, and I cannot hum a note to memory. I can remember everything about Quest for Fire, don't you worry about that, but neither To Tame a Land nor Still Life have ever stayed in my memory, and I don't know why. I just don't, they don't engage me. Still Life, it's 4 out of 10. I think it's a poor song. So far, out of the 9 tracks, it's not been going too well, has it? Because everything is below average. With that in mind, if you're still with me, I'm going to remind you to subscribe. If you haven't already done so, join our subscribe account. To click the thumbs up to like the video, assuming you aren't already annoyed by what I've ranked so far, to click the bell to receive notifications of future content, and share this video with another Maidenhead who might like it and might want to argue with me in the comments about where I've placed those 3 tracks. Maybe you love To Tame a Land. I hardly believe there's anybody out there who loves Quest for Fire. So things get better now, honestly, because at number 6, with a 7 out of 10, a big old jump up from Still Life, is Sun and Steel. Sun and Steel suffers from its placement on the record. It comes straight after Quest for Fire, at which point you're kind of thinking, I'm out. I'm out. But it's the first of Maiden's many songs that will feature around sword fighting or fencing. And I really enjoy the chorus of Sun and Steel. I just wish it wasn't sandwiched between the 2 worst tracks of the album for me. At number 5, I have placed Die With Your Boots On. This closes side 1 of the record. It's probably at its best when it's on Live After Death. It brings in the war theme, which is all over this album, as you'll see from a couple of the other tracks that get mentioned. Die With Your Boots. If you're going to die with your boots on. Don't stick around. It's a really punchy Maiden track. Die With Your Boots On is my number 5, and I've given it 7 out of 10. Next up, track number 4 on my listing, opening track of the album, Where Eagles Dare. So, picture yourself in 1983. Clive has left the band, and they've brought in Nicko McBrain from the French band Trust. But then you put Peace of Mind on, and it opens with that drum roll. You kind of think, you know what, we're probably in good hands as a drummer with Nicko McBrain. And of course they were for 40 plus years. And it helps as well, it's a good song. It's another war theme song, based on either the book or the film. I think it's Alistair MacLean that wrote Where Eagles Dare. But yeah, it's a Second World War theme song. My number 4, and I've given it 8 out of 10. So into my top 3. Number 3, the lead-off single, Flight of Icarus. 9 out of 10 song for me. I think this is a brilliant song. It was a hit in America, and it was written to be a hit. So this was the first contribution, acknowledged contribution, of Bruce Dickinson that Maiden fans heard, because this trailed the Peace of Mind album, and it's a banging single. And it's faster on Live After Death. It's often faster when it's done live because Steve Harris felt that they'd slowed it down too much to try and get that hit. But the thing is, it worked. It worked because Flight of Icarus was a number 12 hit single in the UK. It was successful in America, and it's a really, really good song, Flight of Icarus. I like it a lot. Number 2, I have placed Bruce Dickinson's first sole credit right, and that is Revelations, based on the stuff of Aleister Crowley. Now, I'm subject matter I'm not fond of, but the song is, it's fantastic. Revelations. Again, another highlight on Live After Death when you hear this done. I don't think that Peace of Mind is exactly when they hit top gear, but I think it's where they identified where the top gear was and which direction they needed to head in to hit it. And Revelations is a good example of that, because this is probably the most, up to this point, this is the most diverse in terms of songwriters on a Maiden album. We have got Smith, we've got Dickinson, we've got Harris, and we've got Murray. We've got 4 people writing songs for and being credited as such for the first time in Maiden's album career. Bruce Dickinson really was a positive addition to the band. Revelations is a 9 out of 10, which leaves it number 1. Boring, I know, that I should put it at number 1, but it is The Trooper. Trooper was number 11, which was not bad for a second single to actually outperform the first single. It has the classic galloping Iron Maiden sound that they would replicate many times after. It is, of course, war-themed, and it's almost like it's The Trooper would be one of those songs that you would play to anybody who's never heard Iron Maiden, so that they would understand Iron Maiden from the moment they first heard. Interestingly enough, a bit of a resurgence of interest in The Trooper recently, because it found itself being featured on Stranger Things Season 5 soundtrack. I think there are better songs in Maiden's canon, but there's probably not many more iconic than The Trooper. 10 out of 10. So, I have been adding the whole lot together, averaging by the number of tracks, and putting it into my newly developing Iron Maiden ranking. Total score for Peace of Mind is 59. And when you divide that by 9, that gives a score of 6.5. That score of 6.5 puts it at the bottom of my ranking as things stand. Lower than both the debut, Killers, and Number the Beast. It is most definitely Quest for Fire, Entertainment Land that drag it down. You can get away with a 4 out of 10 like Still Life, but not the other two for me. Before I go, I will remind you to subscribe, like, hit the bell, share the video, and thanks for watching.